Okay, so the question here is how we're going to determine the least squares regression line. And they give us the x values here and our y values, so every x that corresponds with every y. And anytime you see this nice little thing here, that basically tells you can open it up in something else. And the easiest thing here is StatCrunch. So we're going to open this in StatCrunch and let StatCrunch do the work for us. So here we have an x variable and a y variable. So when x is 4, y is 5. When x is 5, y is 6. When x is 6, y is 6. So we don't know exactly what these numbers actually mean. We're just given the data. So to calculate the least squares regression line, we're going to go to Stat. And we're going to go down to Regression. And we're going to click Simple Linear, because we just want a linear regression, the line that best fits the data. So our x variable, we'll just put x because they've already named the column x for us. If you look over here, they've already named the columns. And our y variable will be y. Now, along with this, you can also perform a hypothesis test or a confidence interval. You really don't have to do either, but sometimes doing the confidence interval can be helpful. It will give you a confidence interval for the values of y based on x. So if you're going to click anything, I guess you can click confidence interval, but you really don't even have to worry about it. And then if you look down here, it's going to actually give us a fitted line plot as well, which means it's going to plot the data for us and plot the line that it finds. And we just have to click compute. So if you look here, let's look at what it gave us. I'm going to open this up. It has given us, this is basically your regression. So we have our intercept and we have our slope. And see, it's written the line here, y equals negative 4.41 blah 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 plus 2.06 blah 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 x. Now when you go to write this into your least squares regression line here, they do want you to round to 4 decimal places. And just be careful that they've actually flipped it. So see how they have the x coming first, and here they have the x coming second. So you want to write this number first in front of the x. So we would write this as 2.067, and it looks like that's a 6 next to that 5, so I'm going to round up to 6. Remember, 5 and above we round up, 4 and below we stay the same. And then for my intercept here, we get negative 4.4189. Yeah, because that's a 1 next to it. Okay, so we can actually minimize this using this button, and we can check. And we can see that we get it right. Okay. Now the next thing we have to do is we have to pick, let me see, yep, choose the correct graph. Now instead of having to go through and like really closely look at this and see that everything's being plotted correctly, you can go back to your StatCrunch. So in this little corner here, you'll click back in StatCrunch and see how we have a little arrow. So if I arrow over, it's plotted it for me. So I can compare what we've gotten here on each one of these to my plot here, and it looks like this one, letter B I believe, is going to be the closest. But you can even zoom in a little and you can see that it matches the one that we got in StatCrunch. And I think that that's going to do it for me. Yeah. Okay, so I believe that 6 is really the same as 7, are very similar. So try both 6 and 7 either with a similar question or trying this on your own to make sure you're getting the same answers as me. And if you have any more issues, just send me another email. Good luck!